David Box. David Box, August 11, 1943, October 23, 1964, was an American rock musician in the early 1960s. Box was influenced by fellow Texan Buddy Holly, and even took his place as singer of his group The Crickets for a short time after Holly's death. Box also collaborated with Roy Orbison and found local success with his own group, The Ravens. Surviving recordings showed that David Box was equally comfortable doing cover versions of established songs That's All I Want From You, Apache, etc., and his own compositions. His vocal range was also flexible. In the upbeat songs he sounds somewhat like Buddy Holly, and in the ballads he is obviously influenced by Roy Orbison. Box recorded mostly for independent record labels, but his record of Little Lonely Summer Girl became a regional hit in the summer of 1964, and he was on the verge of signing a contract with RCA Victor in the fall. Life and career. Harold David Box was born to Virginia and Harold Box on August 11, 1943 in Sulphur Springs, Texas. Box's family moved to Lubbock, Texas in 1946. Box was greatly influenced by his father, a self-taught Western swing fiddle musician, and started singing at the age of 3, making public appearances at this time. His father taught him to play guitar at the age of 9. His style was later influenced by recordings of Buddy Holly. In 1958, Box formed his own band, The Ravens, with Box on vocals and Fender Stratocaster guitar, and classmates Lynn Bailey on bass and Ernie Hall on drums. The band got their first demos at Mitchell Studio in Lubbock. As a close neighbour of Jerry Allison's parents, Ernie Hall reported that the Crickets needed a replacement for guitarist and vocalist Sonny Curtis, who had been drafted into the Army. The Ravens sent in their demos and auditioned. Eventually winning the role, Box and Hall went to Los Angeles to cut the Crickets' next single. Box and Hall's composition, Don't Ya Know, was used as the A-side, while a Buddy Holly composition, Peggy Sue Got Married, was used as a B-side. Box played guitar and sang, Joe B. Malden played bass, Ernie Hall played drums on Don't Ya Know, while Jerry Allison played drums on Peggy Sue Got Married and acoustic guitar on Peggy Sue Got Married. This was the final single by the Crickets on Coral Records. For the following 3 weeks, Box supported the Crickets on tour before returning home to complete schooling. Box continued his music as a solo artist primarily at Ben Hall/High Fidelity Studio located in Big Spring, Texas, with specific performances on East Coast tour, and played guitar for Dusty Springfield First United States of America recording at RCA. Box was also included in the All-Star August 1964 Radio Kilt Back to School show The Sam Houston Coliseum, Houston, Texas. David Box and fellow Texan artist B.J. Thomas were both label mates signed to the independent Joe label. October 23, 1964, David Box was a passenger in the small Cessna 172 Skyhawk piloted by Bill Daniel, including passengers Carl Banks and Buddy Groves of the Kings Band, Houston, Texas. The other band members, Glenn Spreen and Bill Tillman, were invited earlier on this flight, however, both declined. David Box, who was a visiting musician guest, accepted the invitation. Their plane crashed, killing him. The plane's pilot did not possess a federal license. Many accounts exist about the day as pilot error is a final contributing factor. Almost. David Box is buried in Wrestler Memorial Park in Sulphur Springs. His gravestone reads, I'll sing throughout eternity. Box was inducted posthumously to the West Texas Music Hall of Fame and the Buddy Holly Walk of Fame West Texas Walk of Fame in Lubbock in September 2006. Out of the Box. Out of the Box, the 50th anniversary tribute to David Box songs was commissioned and released on CD in October 2014 by Box's younger sister, Rita Box Peak. The album is a contemporary instrumental reworking of David Box songs performed by Lubbock musician Brian McRae. McRae played David Box's original Stratocaster guitar and duo and solo settings in the album. Rita, known as the guardian of David Box's legacy, co-produced along with Brian McRae to extend David Box music within the new format for the 21st century and beyond. The album was released in conjunction with the David Box tribute she organised and presented at the Buddy Holly Centre in Lubbock on October 22, 2014, the eve of the 50th anniversary of his passing. McRae performed all of the songs from the CD and Rita Box Peak sang Don't You Know, her version of David's hit Don't Ya Know at the event. Guest speakers included Rita Box Peak, Peggy Sue Gerron, Glenn Spreen and Dow Patterson. Out of the Box was released for the first time in digital format on the CD Baby website in October 2018 that month. Rita Box Peak also released her first jazz album, Just For You, produced and backed by Brian McRae. Singles. Year title label 1960 Don't I Know / Piggy got married cover records asterisk 1962 G the best I can / waiting Jude records 1962 If you can't say something nice / sweet day Jude records 1962 If you can't say something nice / I've had my moments Candix records 1964 Little lonely summer girl / no one will ever know Jude records asterisk with the crickets. Albums. Year title label 2002 The David Box Story Rollercoaster Records 2014 Out of the Box Rita Box Beat 2015 The David Box Story Vol. Women 2 Rollercoaster Records.